What it is, y'all? It is your old boy Pilk, and we have crazy news. We just got basically everything, like all the details that are coming out for both Broly and Gogeta, and these are crazy units. Now, that's early translations. Things might not necessarily be perfect, but let's see what happens here. So, first things first, we've got animations. So, I'm just going to kick this off with Gogeta. Broly's got some situations going on we'll talk about here in a moment. But this is Gogeta's. I believe this is his intro animation. Could be wrong in that. Okay. Looks phenomenal. I mean, if you compare this to like the year 1 anniversary, oh my goodness, these animations gorgeous. That. We're only halfway through. Of course. The vest grab. Okay, here's the new... Alright, so let's kind of like surmise those, because this is the new target skill. So I'm still not 100% on how the target skill works. We'll have to cover that. Broly's got his own skill. It's similar, but different. Hard to explain. It's not like last year's units had their own unique skills as well, and no one else ever got them. Crazy. Now, Broly's got 2 different animation sets here. I love his pupils shattered. They're just kind of combining all the great... They were combining all of his best animations. I don't know if it was as successful as the Gogeta one was, personally, but... Might be just be overanalyzing. You can't deny that, though. That looked just badass. That is nuts. Okay. So we're back at the beginning. Let's try this one out. Oh, this is that new skill. Is this the new skill? I think this is the new skill he's got. The domain skill or whatever. I still don't fully understand how this works. So the ground changed. I mean, obviously it's going to power him up in some way. Of course. This is nuts. Tell me that doesn't look crazy. Okay, so those are the new animations that are dropping for both Vegeta and Gogeta. We do have their banners. Let me see if I can pull those up here real quick. There we go. So this is the banner for Gogeta, and you can see it's got that base Broly on it. This is a carnival banner, and then of course we actually have the oops. There we go. We actually do have the... Come on. There we go. We actually do have the Broly banner here, And this banner looks pretty sweet. I think it's because they kind of do expect us to go a little harder on the Carnival banner. There's going to be some Carnival exclusives on here. Either way, Dokkan LR, Carnival LR. What more could you ask for? Now, of course, we need to talk animations. And I'm going to actually kick this off with Broly. Since actually we have his banner right here on screen. So, let me see his passive skill. Got its active skill. Here we are. Super bosses. I think that would be wind up being. Well, it could be Dragon Ball Super bosses. I'm wondering if that's just movie bosses. Anyway, so super bosses and transformation boost and full power. I'm thinking that is just super bosses. Category Ki +3, HP attack and defense 170%, of course. An additional all stats 30% for characters who also belong to Exploding Rage or movie bosses category. So it is super bosses. So, yeah. Let's see. Passive skill plays intro animations, which we saw. Ki +4, attack and defense 100%, launches additional super attack for 4 turns. So you definitely do want to put a little additional into it, but you don't want to go crazy. Because remember, every time that he does an extra attack, it rolls for a special attack. So kind of my going situation is whenever I go with double attack in a unit that already has double attack, I don't go over like level 15. It kind of feels wasted. In fact, the more attacks you do, the more you can kind of wane back in that. But I usually try to keep it around 15. If they don't have an extra attack, I usually go 20 personally. Attack and defense 150%. Guards all attacks. That's really important. I really thought this year we'd see guard breakers. We haven't seen those yet. And the fact that guard is on these units, maybe they'll wait till next year to do that. Ki +1 per key sphere obtained, plus additional attack 50% when launching super attacks. Additional defense 50% when performing performing U super. Ki +2 and launches additional SA as the first attacker in a turn, first and second attacker in a turn. Ki +6 and launches additional super attacks with a high chance of launching an additional super attack. Oh, so as the third attack, you get an extra SA. So there you go. So in first or second slot, you have potential for 3 attacks with maybe an additional. With slot 3, you have a potential for 4 attacks with potentially an additional. So you do have full disclosure as a slot 3 unit. This dude can do 5 attacks per turn, which is crazy. SA says 12 key raises attack and raises defense for 1 turn and causes colossal damage to the enemy. Nice. It looks like it's an indefinite increase on attack then, if I'm reading this correctly. 18 key is greatly raises attack, raises defense for 1 turn and causes mega colossal damage to the enemy. Now, they don't have information here on the passive skill. Let me see if maybe I missed that. Okay, that's actually after his transformation to Super Saiyan. I stand corrected. So actually, base Broly is Ki +6 attack and defense 300%. Guards all attacks. Ki +1 per key sphere obtained. Reduces damage received by 26% if in interdimensional space domain is active. So in other words, that's what what his domain skill does. An additional attack 50% when attacking, additional defense 50% when receiving an attack, launches an additional super attack, critical chance 27% when performing an SA, critical chance 26%, and launches additional super attack when performing a U super, launches additional super attack when key is 24. SA is 12 keys, raises attack and defense for 1 turn, causes colossal damage to the enemy. 18 keys greatly raises attack and defense for 1 turn, causes mega colossal. Now, then you have the active skill. Can be activated from the 5th turn at the start. Affects interdimensional space domain and all extreme classes allies. Ki +4 for 4 turns. Domain effect: extreme class allies and enemies attack and defense +10%. Additional attack and defense 10% if exploding rage and movie bosses category included. Increases damage received by 10% to all superclass enemies and allies. Now, I'm not sure if it's when that happens or after that, but then you go to the AGL Super Saiyan Broly, and those are the details we read off before, which are kind of blooming nuts. This unit is crazy. So that kind of gives us a clue as to how the domain situation is going to work. Carnival Blue Gogeta is an interesting one here. So, Carnival Blue Gogeta, let's see, uh, let's see if I have his leader skill. This actually doesn't give me his leader skill, does it? But you can pretty much guess it's going to be like Broly's. I cannot believe I don't have his leader skill. Which is hilarious, honestly. Hilarious. Whatever. Doesn't matter. Well, it does matter, but I mean, you already know it's going to be Superclass Heroes with a few other stats, 170, and then, of course, 30% for Movie Heroes and a couple others. I don't have it in front of me, and I do apologize for that, but you already know it's going to be a 200% leader skill, especially based on Broly. You can pretty much surmise which skills those are going to entail. Here's the important stuff, though. So, passive skill. Recovers 54% HP at the start of a turn for 4 turns after appearance. So, for the first 4 turns, you're getting a 54% HP recovery, which is stupid. Key plus 3 attack and defense 200%, effective against all types. Additional attack and defense 100% when performing an SA. Key plus 2 per key sphere obtained. Randomly changes any types of key spheres, physical excluded, into rainbow key spheres. Launches an additional super attack when obtaining 1 or more rainbow spheres. And launches additional SA. So we're already up to 3 potential attacks. Then, great chance of evading enemies' attack, which is awesome. Critical chance 20% for each attack evaded. Holy crap! And doesn't seem like there's an upper limit to that. You can stack crit? What? So, for the record, that's 5 attacks evaded, which isn't hard in the current realm of gaming. 5 attacks evaded, and old boy's got max critical. Like, he will critical hit. So you don't put any critical in this dude. You want to put a little extra evasion in him. So you want at least level 15 double attack. Put the rest in evasion. Critical hits will happen with time. And not a lot of time, in fact. Remember, all you got to do is dodge 5 moves, and dude's getting guaranteed crits. And if you really think about it, just really think about this, an additional attack, you have what I say? Let's see, base, the base SA, randomly chooses key spheres, blah blah blah. Additional super attack when obtaining 1 or more rainbow key spheres, and launches an additional super attack. Okay, so you have 2 right there, so that's 3. Yeah. And he also has great chance of nullifying key-based super attacks and counters with tremendous power, which I would imagine, I don't know if that actually counts, but either way, it doesn't really matter. It's crazy. Dude is nuts. Dude will be built up so fast. Super attack, 12 key, greatly raises attack and defense for 1 turn. Causes colossal damage to 1 enemy. 18 keys massively raises attack for 4 turns. Causes mega colossal damage to an enemy. Remember, that is going to stack. So, basically the way this is going to work, if you get an 18 key off, remember every subsequent attack will be a 12 key attack. Get an 18 key off, massively raises for 4 turns. You get a 12 key off after that, or an additional attack, then that's going to stack that greatly raises. Then it's going to stack it again on the second attack and the potential third attack. Really nuts. That is crazy. But then, the next turn they come back, because it does say for 4 turns. This is the best part. Whether or not he's on third rotation or second rotation, then when he comes back, he will have, if you get another 18 key, massively raises attack again. So we're going to double stack the massively raises. Then all the 12 keys after that are going to be crazy. So, and at that point, you're going to have double stacking on the massively, and then each greatly is just going to hit harder and harder and harder each time. That is a crazy, crazy SA. Active skill condition can be activated on the next attacking turn. Temporarily raises attack, causes ultimate damage for 1 turn. Focus all attacks on the characters with a guaranteed evasion. Okay? Now, let's see. Yeah, I think that is just his details. Let's see here. I think this is just the details for Blue Gogeta twice over. So that is nuts. Is it the same? It looks the same. Yeah, it is the same. Okay. I don't know why this person posted the translations twice. So that's the details. This is insane. This whole thing is going to be completely nuts. Let me know what you guys think in the comments down below. Like, comment, share, and I'll be back with more coming up real soon.